friends, this is Junk Swagger and I'm Gina. Come on in and say hello. It's been a long time since I've been on with you guys, so I'm super anxious to be here and hang out with you again. We're gonna do some tags today. It's the first time back in my craft room with you guys in several months, as I said in the description. So I hope you guys will be able to hop on. It's 2 o'clock, a little after 2 right now. So I'm just gonna get started because I know that it's gonna take a while for me to circulate out there again. So I'm gonna just get started, and if you guys do jump on, go ahead and say hello, okay? I just gotta adjust this paper a second here. Come on. There we go. Okay, it's moving on me. There, I think that's better. Okay, I'm gonna get started, okay? I know it's gonna take a while, like I said, because I have been not in the craft room for a while, so Facebook probably forgot all about me. But that's okay. Anyway, we are gonna do tags. I have 3 of them, like a set of them we're gonna do today. And here's one that I've already done. So I will get started here. We're gonna do 3 different kinds of backs, tags. So just so you get an idea of different kinds that you can make. So this one's just, you know, the regular that we see all the time, right? You can buy these everywhere. So we're gonna use that one first. And then with this one, I'm thinking about covering it with some of this, I have this little mini hem paper, and I'm thinking we're gonna cover this with that. At least part of it. I think that one fits better. So I'm gonna just tear these edges down a little bit. Let's see how that fits. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you guys are having a happy new year, and this is my first time saying hello to you since the new year started. So I hope all is going well. We have been crazy busy around here because we're remodeling, and if you've done that before, you know that things are crazy when you remodel. But it's always worth it in the end. All right, so I'm just gonna tear these edges down so that they fit a little bit better. And I'm not being too picky about anything. And then we're gonna just dress the edges some. There, that looks good. So, see, I just cut it down to where it would fit better. Okay, let me get, let's see, what did I do with that? Get my, there it is. I'm gonna use some of the Distress ink, and we're gonna just darken up the edges. Actually, well, we'll do this, we'll do the hem paper first. We'll darken up the edges of this, see how that looks. See if we need to do it to the tag as well. What's making that noise? Oh no, I can't tell. Okay, so it looks like I have some people watching, so that's good. I didn't know if Facebook was gonna put me out at all because it's been so long since I've hopped on. Okay. So got those edges darkened up a little bit. You can see that, not too much, just a little. I'm gonna put this on here and then decide if I wanna add a little bit to the tag as well. I don't think I do, but just the very, very edge and not come in at all, I think. So let's do that. I'm just going to do the very, very edge without going into the tag at all. And these are tags that I ordered. I ordered these off Amazon and then I coffee stained them. I need to get a new ink. Hi, Shelly. How are you? I know, long time no see is right. Holy cow. That turned into a long time. Well, let me see. Yeah. I moved into this house in May. So I think things started getting a little bit busy, you know, prior to that, and during that. And then it just all went haywire. So, yeah, I'm just finally feeling settled enough to get back into it, which I've been just wanting, just biting at the bit to get going, but it's been busy around here. What do I want to use to tack this down here? I think, hold on a second, I'm going to grab some sticky tape. Yeah, and so we're remodeling this house, so that keeps us really super busy. Let me see if I can get this to work for me. Sometimes, there it goes. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Okay, so we're gonna use this, I don't know what you call this stuff. It's just like tape on a roll, you know, on it, where you could use it. I use it a lot for paper crafting. And so I just go along the back side. Gotta get it rolling again first. Come on, stinker. You worked well. There you go. And these work really nicely, like I said, for paper crafting, because they don't add, it doesn't add any bulk. There. So now it's tacked right down. And the next thing we're gonna do is, I have a transfer here that I got from Essential Stencils. And the ones that we're doing it's gonna be like a set of 3, and they're all gonna coordinate together. So this one is the Beautiful Roses, and I'm gonna go right over the paper that we just put on. So let me see where I want it. Do I want it in the middle? Do I want it down a little bit? I think I'm gonna go right in the middle. Ish. Let me see if I've got that straight. If this goes over a little bit, it's okay, because when I was looking at them, I think that some of them do go over a little bit, over the edge a little bit, and that's not going to make any difference. Okay, so let's get a little thing here and rub this transfer on there. These go on really super easy. I got a set, a great big set from Essential Stencils, and it's kind of like vintage Valentine themed, although nothing says Valentine on it. It's just all really nice, pretty stuff, like book stacks and keys, and there's a typewriter in there, and lots of floral, and it's just super pretty, and all like vintage themed. And I won't do probably a lot of anything Valentine's because we're getting close, but I might do a couple of things. Okay, there we go. Just make sure those ends are down. There, and I didn't even have any go over the edge. And that's what we have there. Now, we're just gonna decorate it. So let me put this back. And I think that we're gonna darken that a little bit too. So let me get my daughter here and just kind of hit these edges a little bit. Just kind of randomly go in and make it aged. There. That's just a little bit. I mean, it's hardly even noticeable, to be honest. I want to go a little bit more on the outside edges. Now, if I have any ends like this that stick up on the paper, like this is coming up a little bit, that one's coming up a little bit, it's too hard to get in there with my little tape roller. So normally what I'll do is just put a little bit of like fabric tack, or usually it's the fabric tack that I use for that. So that's what we have so far. Now, I am gonna just put a dot on there so that these, oh, the thing's already off, so that these stay down and they won't bend. Come on. So you need just a teeny bit, we'll do it. It's hard to get those corners with that, with this thing. All right. So we've got our corners down. Now, let's figure out what we want to do here. I am gonna get some lace out here. Let's get a piece of lace. A couple pieces, see what we want to do here. Excuse me. I don't know if I want to use lace on this one. I think I'm gonna more so use it on the next one, but let's take a peek. We'll just do a couple little ripped pieces. Here and there. Like maybe one right there, just a little tiny ripped piece. Oh, wow, Shelly, good for you. How do you feel? Do you feel better? Let me see. That one right there. And then, let's see if we can grab another one here. This one's, no, that's not too big. I think we can do that one. So we'll put another one down here on this corner. Let's get on there. There, got that on there. Whoops, we need a little bit more on that. Okay, so now we've got a couple little pieces of lace on there. Can you see that? Set that aside, that aside. Because we're probably going to use some of that on the next one. Now, should we... I think we should put some rhinestone on it. Let's try. I'll put it across the bottom on this one. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we'll go right across the bottom. Oh, good, Shelly. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I hope that they're all going to coordinate nicely and look good together. All right, so we're going to go right. I'm going to turn this on. So I might have to flatten that tag out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go right up along that bottom edge there. And these are fun. You don't have to have much material, you know, and you can just decorate them with so many things. This is one of the things that I do that it always feels very therapeutic to sit and do tags or anything paper, making little cards and stuff like that. I always enjoy doing that. Just kidding. There we go. Okay, there's a little bit of bling there along the bottom. Hey, Marcia. Hi, Tracy. Just seeing teeny bit of your name there. Okay, so we've got that on. Now, let's see. What else are we going to add to this little bugger? We have flowers. We have that. Let's add some... Well, hold on a minute. First, I want to figure out what our... I think we're going to go ahead and use some of this jute for the hanger here. I think it's going to look good on this one. Let me just peek here. Yeah, that'll be fine. So let me get that on. So that decision is made. And you can use little strips of lace like this I've used before with them, you know, real thin ones. What else have I used? Even just like fabric like this, you know, just tear it thin so it'll go through. So there's a lot of options for that. All right, so we're gonna tie this off. And then we have our simple little, our little hanger for that, okay? So we got that done. Now what do I want to do? Now, I want want to add some, I don't know, I don't think that's the right one for that. I want to add some sparkle, I think. Let's see if we have a place for any of these little flowers. I want to add something on top of this. Maybe it's just going to be another layer of lace, maybe. Yeah, those don't fit on there very good. Let's do a little piece of lace here. Want that? Yeah, that one will work. I'm just going to cut a little tiny chunk off here. And it's just a little tiny piece. We're just going to go right over top of that, the piece we already put down, just to make it stand out a little bit better. And then I'll do the same thing for the bottom one. It is a cold, windy day here. It is so cold and windy. And that wind is howling too. Not a good day to be outside for sure. I am very thankful I don't have to get up and get out in this. Ugh. When I think back to the days that I did do it, I'm like, oh, how did I ever do that? Because I'm not a fan of cold. Okay, see, so we just added a little bit more dimension to it by adding those little pieces on top. Okay, now let's see what else we're gonna do here. I gotta remember to keep that laying on its side so we can, so it'll work for us. So I'm gonna add some, I don't know, maybe diamond dust or rock candy or something like that. Let's try some diamond dust. Let me see how big these chunks are here. Oh yeah, they're not bad, okay. We'll add some diamond dust. I'm just gonna put a little bit of Mod Podge here and there, and I'm just gonna put it on with my fingers actually. Just kind of add it where I want the sparkle to be. And then I'm gonna just kind of shake it over it. I'm just gonna put a little bit in this cap rather than, here we go. Oh yeah, that looked good. There we go. Let's see, can you see it? Yep, you can see it sparkling. So that's our diamond dust. Move that over. Okay. I turned my heat up because it was so cold, and now it's getting warm in here. It's warming up now, so I'll have to turn it back down. This house stays pretty warm though. I like that about it. That's one thing I do like about it. What else? What else do I want to put on here? Let me think. Let me see. Let's put that out of my way here. These are all flowers. I don't really want to add another flower to it because it has some pretty flowers on it. We could add some buttons. Let's add some buttons. Just 2 small ones. I wonder if I have any. Let me see if I have any like pink ones. I want to see what that looks like. I'm gonna have to stand up and go get them. No, hold on. They're not nearby. Okay, or I grabbed a few of the white ones too, because I might like those as well. So let's try these out, see what we like. Get 2 of them that are the same, probably not. Those 2 are close. Not that. Let's try these just to try them. Put these on. I think I like the lighter ones better than these dark ones, that's for sure. Let's set those aside because we don't have 2 matching ones yet. But I wanted to just see if I had anything pink and the other side too before we make up our mind. I don't think there's a lot of pink in here. That's purple. Some pink. That's too big. Alright, I don't think there's going to be... That's purple. I don't think... It looks like the pink that I do have is kind of big. Let me see what these look like. Pink. I don't like those. We're going to go with the... I think we're going to go with the white or the off-white, whatever that is. But let me grab a little bit more white. I meant to grab some of these anyway and put them in one of my drawers here, some of these lighter ones. Okay, let me try to find 2 that will go together here. Of all of the buttons that I have, you would think that would be easy, but it's not. Let's see here. I like this little one. We could find another small one maybe. I feel like the bottom one though kind of needs there. Those 2 go good. We'll use those 2. We will use those 2. And I'm going to use hot glue to put those on so they stay put. Just a little teeny bit on there. Okay, here's what we have so far. I feel like this corner right here is bare. What do I want there? Let me see if another tag will go there. Nope, I don't like it. I am gonna try doing a little, just a little like shabby little tiny bow here. So I have this. This is like that, what do you call that? Cheesecloth. And it's just cut into really small strips. But it might not be thin enough. And I don't think I can cut this any thinner. It might not tear. Let's see. Let's see if it'll do it. No, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, I like that there. So let's get the bow dabber out and we will make just a real small bow there. There's our string. I used to have the little bow dabber too, but I found I never used it. No matter what size bow I made, I always went to the bigger one. So I finally gave it to Goodwill. I feel like that might even be too big. Let's go a little bit smaller. Give this one a real shabby look. Let's try one more. Hopefully I don't get it too big. I might just leave it there, right there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we'll leave it right there. Keep it small. Because I don't have a lot of space left on the tags, so we gotta keep it little. Cut that. Okay, let's see what we can come up with here. Oh, I had a feeling you were gonna do that. It's not the strongest string, but because it's so thin, it works so well on these bows. And I don't even know where I got it. I think I got it at Goodwill, to be honest. But it works really well for this. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Try to pull out those shabby ends here. That's why I got this material, because I wanted it shabby. Okay. Cut that back a little. And we're going to glue it right there. You don't want to use too much hot glue when you're making tags and cards and stuff like that, because it's when it hardens sometimes, you know, it can be too too heavy for the card. So you have to limit how much you use on these. Okay, so there is our little bow. Now I'm gonna put a little tiny piece of bling on there, I think. Or maybe one of these little flowers. Hold on a second, let me find one. Here they are. Let's see what we like best. Hold on, I gotta get some bling. I don't know if I have anything small. I don't think I do. So let's see, we have this option here. We can put just a little rhinestone on there, or we can put this flower on there. Let's see what we can do. Can't pick that up. I think we'll put the flower on. We'll put that little flower on. And these are just little flowers off of this little stem I have. They just work best when I tear them off. I haven't found anything I like them in unless I've torn them off, so that's how we use them. Okay, so I think we have this one done. So that one turned out cute. You see it good? Get my finger out of the eye. You can see all the pretty diamond dust in there and our beautiful lace. And so that's a super cute tag to put on something, right? So I'm gonna set that one aside because we have different ones. So each one is gonna be put on a different material. So on that one, we used this type of tag. And this one, I thought I would show you that this is just a piece of cardstock, just a rectangle piece of cardstock. So you don't have to have fancy tags, right, to do this. You can just use what you have. So we're gonna use that this time. And we're gonna make another one. Here's our transfer that we're gonna put on there. And I think I was just gonna put this directly on this because this is nice, like a nice craft paper type. And it's dark, so let me set that there. And already I'm thinking that I might want some of this on there. Because of the darkness, it'll go, because these are kind of dark. Kind of stiff too. Let's see how many will fit. I don't know if they're going to lay very nicely though. Let's look and see what's in here. Something small we need. With this. Okay, we're going to lay that down. That'll be the base. Maybe we'll do something over it. I don't know. We're going to have to hang in there and find out. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Maybe that. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to cut a piece of this. And we're going to put that on first. I'm going to go ahead and put this on before I go ahead and put that transfer on. Wait, I know I got it where I want it. Oh, Yes, I am, Shelly. I am. I didn't want to come on until I knew that I could get back in the swing of things, right? And I'm glad you missed me because I missed you too. So much, all of you. All right, I'm gonna put that down. And then I'm gonna go right over top of it with this. So we'll just put a little bit more. Don't use too much of the Fabri-Tac when you are using this lace because it will come right back out. And then we're going to cut this excess off. Is there some lighter ones that I'm seeing here? Hold on. Excuse me. Yes, we're going to use these ones. Put that back. Okay. So let's use these little pom-poms here. And we're going to go right over the top of what we just did. So I'm going to trim these ends a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 should fit across there. Just like that. Might be easier to just put this right on the bottom of these. So I want them to go right down the middle. Just like that. Hold on just a second. I'm going to show this to you. I just want to fray this edge a little bit. Those pom-poms like to absorb all the glue. Okay, got that on there. Okay, that's what we have going across the bottom. You can see that we have just layered that lace. Now, before we go any further, I want to go ahead and darken the edges up of this card here. And again, this is just a piece of cardstock. These are fun to make at Christmas time to put on your gifts. Anytime, any holiday really. We all like to decorate at Christmas time though, right? Let's see how far I'm going to come in here. So that is going to... I almost feel like I wish this one was rounded, but I don't want to cut it. Okay, I think we came out enough. Let me just go a little bit further here. Just using the Distress ink to bring in those edges a little bit. See that? Okay. Now, I think we'll go to our transfer here and put that on. Try to come as close to the bottom as I can. Ah, fingers are sticking to the glue. Okay, just like that. What did I do with my do-jobber thingy? Did I put it back? Yes, I did. Here it is. All right, here we go. So we're gonna rub that on. These go on really easy. Oh, you stinkers. You know what, we're gonna use hot glue on them because they don't want to stay on. They just want to absorb that glue. So, we're going to plan B. There. Now they're not going nowhere. The corner doesn't want to come off. Just go around with my finger just to make sure all those edges are down. Okay, that's what that one looks like so far. Hi, Phyllis. Good to see you. I hear my dog wants off the bed. Stinker. One thing I don't like about this one is it's just light. Let's see here. See if we can darken it a little bit. That would be better. Okay, so now we're going to figure out what the heck we want to put on the top. I'm going to put a hole on the top, though. Just a regular hole punch. And then we'll have our... I've got to go this way so I can see what I'm doing. We'll have our hole for our string. Oh, Ozzy, goodness gracious. Apparently nap time's over with. Well, hello, Carla. Aw, yes, I am back. Today's my first day back. First time seeing you guys in the new year. And so yes, it's gonna be great. I'm so happy to be back. and be able to be with you guys and be back in the craft room and all the things. Ay. Give me just a second. I'm going to let Ozzy down because he doesn't give up. Hi, birdies. Anybody? Come on. Get down. All right, you guys go play. Hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. He was up on my bed and he can't get down. He's older and he just can't do things like that anymore. So I got these two. They're it's by Stampin' Dous, DOUS. And they're called Champagne Crushed Glass Glitter. You can see them? Aren't they fun? So I want to use them if we can find a place on here. Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it back for right now, and then we'll put it on right at the end. I don't know if I can show you what it looks like. Let me see. Ugh. Let's see if you can see this in my hand. Where am I? There I am. See, it's kind of glittery. Yeah, but it's gold. So anyway, I thought that would be something different to try. So this will be my first time using it if we put it on here because I haven't used it yet. Okay. Okay, so now we have our cardstock here. I don't know, I thought maybe, I just feel like it's too tall, so we're not gonna use that. Maybe we'll use one of our little flowers here. That one's too big. Let's see if I can find a small one in here. I think these are all big. Darn it. This is small, but it's not the right color. Okay, well, we're gonna put another piece, we're gonna do another piece of trim up here. So let's do that. I don't want those flowers. Let me see what I have in this container here. So I want to run another piece right across the top of the transfer. Let's see what kind of, this is just scraps that I have here. Let's see if I like that one. Kind of like that one. That's a cute little piece for something. I think we'll use this one because that, after I put that one on, then the other one feels kind of heavy. Here's some hearts. I don't love the color of them though. Okay, we're gonna go with those. Let's put these back here, get them out of our way. Naughty puppies. Okay, so we've got this little piece here we're gonna put right across the top. I see you still have your glue gun and dryer tool holder. Tony made for you. I sure do. I love those. Those aren't going nowhere. It's so nice to have a spot for those. So I'm gonna go just over the top of that transfer with this. This one would be a cute little tag if you went to a wedding to put on a gift with this cute little couple on it. Okay, so, we have that on. Now I'm gonna darken right here, this edge a little bit. I'm gonna darken that somewhat. I got the card darkened, but I want to come in a little bit further. And then I'll go along this bottom too with a little darkness. See those little pom-poms? They're not budging now, are they? There, we just kind of aged it a little bit. And it's not much of a difference, but it helps. I don't like, you know me, I don't like the light colors. Everything's gotta be antique looking. I know, it's terrible. Not everybody likes that, but I do. Okay. Now we are going to what kind of holder do I want on this one? Maybe probably again the same one because it's gonna match well. Yeah, that'll be fine. That will be fine. I just want to double check, make sure I don't want to put another layer on or anything like that. Not that one for sure. Let me see, check this one. Nope. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with just that one. So I'm gonna pull this through. He's whining at me. Okay, so let's try some of this. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on and see, because I'm not sure where I want it to go. Maybe across the top. Yeah, I think I do. I was gonna put it like sprinkle it on them a little bit, but I think I'm gonna put it across that top because we don't have anything going on there. So let's do it. And we will use Mod Podge for that. And I'll do the same thing. I'll just kind of work it in with my fingers. Got too much there. And then we'll put some of that, what do they call these? Crushed glass glitter, gold. It's gold though. It's kind of the same concept as, I feel like I might need a little bit more, as the diamond dust. I don't know why he's bothering me. I made sure everybody had food and went potty. Anybody else have an older dog? Like he's 13. And It just seems like I can't satisfy him during the day. He just always he needs something. He doesn't he'll say he wants to be laying in bed, laying in my bed because he likes to lay in my bed. But then sometimes I put him in there and 5 minutes later he wants down. So I always feel like I don't know how to satisfy him some days. Okay, I'm going to put this as much as I can back in here because it's clean. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. I'm liking it. Ouch. What do you guys think? Look at it. It's gold sparkle. He does. I know. He wants to be by me all the time. He's usually pretty good when I'm in here, though. Okay, so that is tag number 2. And you'll see with all 3 of them that each one, this one needs like an iron job or something, that they're all different. But they, and just using like different types of backgrounds for them. And then last but not least, we're going to use a piece of fabric, okay? So this is just a piece of like muslin that I coffee stained. And this is what we're going to use next. So, how do I want to do this one? Let's see, on that one we've got that. I wonder if... I think I want to go directly on this. I think I want to go directly on this one. Yeah. Do we want to go down here? What did we do on the other ones? We kind of went in the middle. So we'll go towards the bottom on this one. I'll just tear this off. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them. So I'm just going to tear that off, and then we're going to set it right. Oops, stop that. Right towards the bottom. I think it's fun to use just different, well, that fabric's not quite straight at the bottom. That's what that is. I think it's fun to use the different, different types of tags to show you guys that, you don't have, excuse me, you don't have to have those pre-mades to make tags. Okay, I gotta cut these edges here. They're making me crazy. Okay. There, that's better. Yeah. Okay. It's on, we're gonna rub it on, and these do rub onto fabric just fine. If you've never tried making the fabric tags, they're super fun. I like them. I almost like fabric tags better than paper ones. And I usually just get a neutral color and coffee dye it. But you can get any color as long as it's solid, and you can see what you put on it, right? Because if it was real printy, you wouldn't be able to tell, obviously. what that says on there because it's in a different language. Hi, Sissy. Okay, so I'm going to do a UV resin cross after a while. Ooh, that'll be fun. I haven't worked with resin yet. So that's what that looks like so far here. We got our little Cupid on there. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do next. So, what do we want? Oh, I got to put that not too far away. So let's use a big old hunk of, I wonder if this one will work on this. No, for some reason it just doesn't look right on there. So let's use a piece of this lace up here. I got all kinds of just pieces that we should be able to incorporate here. That one looks pretty. These little hearts are cute. I wonder if we could get, just don't love the color of them. They're a weird color. I'm just gonna pull out some littler, or some different ones to use for small pieces. Here's another one that's real pretty. Kind of like that one. Let's see which one do I like best. I think we'll do this one. That's the hardest part about doing these, is deciding what you want to do with them. It's not long enough. That is definitely the hardest part. Okay. We're going to use this one. I think this one will look good. So I'm going to glue it down. Do I have the right side? Yeah, I do. And then we'll trim the edges. I need to put a hole in it first. So I usually do it with just a regular paper punch too. It works. Sometimes you have to go in and, oops, that's going the wrong way. I can't see what I'm doing. Sometimes you have to go in and nip it a little bit, but most of the time it works pretty good. There, so I got that, just that, oh, can you see that? Just that little bit that I gotta trim off here. There. Now I'm gonna glue this on, and then we're just gonna figure out what we're gonna do about that. Getting around that hole punch. trim off those edges here. There. There's our top. Let's see here if we can get, I'm going to try to get a little hole through the top of this lace where we can just go through with our string. There, that works. See? Right through there. Okay. Let's put all that aside. And then, oops, let me fix this here. It doesn't look straight. There, that's better. Ish. Yeah, that's better. Okay, we got that on. So now I'm going to go back to the Distress Oxide and we're going to do some darkening on the edges here. Stick him to me. All right, now I want to find a piece of trim to go right across where they meet. So let's see what we can come up with for that. That's probably too big. Let me see here. I actually like that. I think I like this one. My glasses are hurting my ear. Yeah, I think I like the one I have best. So we're gonna go with that. Let me put this back so it's not in the way. All right, so we're gonna just cut a piece here so it'll fit just right. Let's see. That one works pretty good. Okay, then we'll go over that with some glue. There we go. I want to keep our little edge the same. Okay, let me cut that and I'll show you what we have. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Carla? The good scissors, oh my goodness. I almost replaced these too. About a week ago, I said I should replace these, but I mean they're not great, but they're not that bad yet. Try to get all the life out of them I can. So I'm just pulling these edges out so we get some frayed edge on this. Okay, here's what we have so far. You see that? Now, cut some of these back. I don't mind having a little frayed edges, but they can't be too long. They have to be, you know, reasonable. Reasonable frayed edges. Okay, now what do I want to do to this? So cute. I think that, yeah, this will still go with the vibe. Get that on there. So now we have a hanger for it. Now what are we gonna do? I feel like we have to do something. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put some rhinestone right here. Right across here. It's kind of bumpy right there, but we can do it. So I think we'll use probably hot glue to get this on. Let me see here where I want to put this. Probably right there. So let's put a little dab here to get us started. Yeah, that's gonna be perfect. And then we'll just keep going. I need another stick of glue here. Hi, Janet. Okay, let me see here. Where's a piece of paper or something I can test this out on? Come on, wake up. There we go. There we go. Now it's alive and kicking. Just a little bit at a time. I got one at the edge here I gotta cut off. Okay, that's what we have. I'm happy to see you too, Jana. I missed you. I missed all of you so very much. That's kind of cool. I wonder if we should put that on too. I think we will. I just happened to pick that up by accident, but we're going to use it. And I think we're going to use, what are we going to use? We'll use the fabric tag for that. I have a brand new bottle, but this one still has quite a bit in it. I don't know if I'm going to be, I probably should just use the hot glue. I think it's going to have a better time grabbing a hold of this. Because I'm kind of like crinkling it along the way. Ow. Man, that wind is just howling out there. Okay, that looks super cute on there. Now, I think we're going to have to go across with another. I think I can do it without, oh my God, those puppies. I think that we should go across with a, oh my gosh, Janet, yes. Ay, ay, ay. It's never ending. We, okay, so we have the kitchen, no. We have the dining room and the living room pretty well done. And I'll put together some before and after pictures so you guys can see. It's been a lot, just to say the least. Mostly because my husband, you know, just has so much time to work on it. And so it's been driving me crazy because, you know, I can only stand so much and then I have to have, you know, my house in order, you know what I mean? And back together. And it's taken way longer than I wanted it to. But, so we got those two done. And now we're working on the kitchen. So that is probably going to be the biggest project that we have is that kitchen. And then when we get done with the kitchen, we're going to move to the bathroom. One of the bathrooms. And then we'll be pretty ahead of the game at that point. But the kitchen needed a lot. And let me see what's the front side here. It's just, you know, it was built in the 60s. And I just really don't believe that they did any updating. I think that, you know, they did what had to be done. You know, if they needed a repair or they needed, you know, something broke down and needed to be replaced or whatever. But I don't believe that there was any updating done. Because everything is still from the 60s. The cupboards, the lights, the door handles, everything. And it's not, you know, it's not like, you know, I love retro stuff. You guys know that, but this is not anything you'd want. Okay, I think we're going to use this one to go across there. Maybe not. Let's look at that one more time here. I feel like that one's too dark. I mean, it's not bad, but there's just something that isn't right. Nope, that's not right. So anyhow, it's coming along really nice though. I mean, my husband's doing a great job and I'm thankful that he can do this stuff, you know. because it's very expensive to hire somebody. And I mean, we just flat out could not afford it if we had to go that route, you know. I mean, some things we do, but big jobs like this, you know, you're talking like so many thousands of dollars just to pay them to do it. Well, goodness sake, I can't believe I'm having such a hard time finding something to go across there. And I'm running out of options. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. Oh, I know. Let's go over here. Go back to the little pom-poms again. See what we think about that. Oh, that is super cute. These are probably too dark. But I kind of like them, so we're going to go with that. Let's try to find some that aren't quite as dark. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll show you. We have, we just tore apart one side of the kitchen. Tore all the cupboards out and whatnot. And we tore them all out. And that would be the side like my fridge and stove and stuff will be on. My fridge was already on that wall, but we moved the stove over on that wall, so. And then, what else? Yeah, so when we get everything on this side, on that side done, then we're gonna move to the other side, and that's where the sink and stuff is. So, you know, anytime you get into the plumbing, it takes a little bit longer, but that'll be what's next after we get this side done. So I've got all the top cupboards on the side we're working on. They're all stained and done. And I got to do the bottom ones this week, and then he'll put them in. Then we can start on the other side, and then when we get both sides done, then we work on replacing the floor. Well, no, first we're putting an island in. And then we work on replacing the floor. So it's a big job, but it's nothing we haven't, you know, handled before. And so we'll get through it. All right. I think we have a final decision here. And then I'll show you guys, in case someone's just hopping on, they can see all three of these that we did. Super cute. All right, I gotta trim this little end off here. There we go. Okay, there, I think this one's done. There we go. Little Cupid. Our house still needs updating. We have to hire people in. Oh, it is so expensive, Janet. Gosh. I mean, I can't even get over it. Okay, here's the one that was done on fabric. As you can see, this one was done on a piece of fabric. And this one was done on a piece of cardstock. And then this one we did on just a regular tag. that you can buy from Amazon. So there's 3 different types of tags to, or tag types to make tags with. So that was fun, right? I love doing the paper stuff. It's so fun. Oh, good. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, Jana. I'm glad you guys liked it. I wanted to come on and just do something that wasn't, you know, real complicated with you guys the first day back. I mean, it's time consuming, but it's not complicated, right? So these are cute, and they could be used for Valentine's Day, or even like this one, like for a wedding. This one's just a flower, so you could really do that anytime. So, but I think they work together well as a set. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am so happy you're here with me. I missed you all, and I look forward to being back at it. I did join the Craft Around the Clock group again, so I will be scheduling in there as well. So look for me there, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow probably. I'm going to try to hop on tomorrow. I have a guy coming over to look at our well for some stuff, so it'll depend on how that goes, but I'm going to try to jump on. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and I love you all and miss you all, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye. Let's see if I can make this thing work. I haven't been on in so long, I don't know how to work it. Bye, guys.